Well, guys, Forever here. Welcome back to another video. Now, I'm kind of wondering this myself for a bit. On the future of TellTale games. Now TellTale is actually one of my favorite gaming companies in recent memory, and more likely so because of their their work on The Walking Dead season 1, The Wolf Among Us, Batman for recently. From what I heard, I played episode 1. It is fucking awesome. Uh, there was Minecraft story mode. Like, I personally thought that Minecraft story mode was pretty good. Back to the Future, I heard that one was amazing. Um, their old school Sam and Max games, like their old Sam and Max games, I heard they were pretty good. Hell, I actually played one of them when the Xbox Game Pass was out. Wow, I didn't finish it, but I didn't finish the game, but I was like, yo, this shit is crazy. And what was the other game? Oh yeah, there's The Walking Dead season 2 now. Walking Dead season 2. Don't get me wrong, it's not perfect, but I don't think it's a bad season either. I thought it was pretty good, because I did get myself invested with the story and the characters. Even though I took like on some points just to cause like some sort of conflict, which I felt like that there should have been another way around that, which was blatantly obvious at times. Now there were some writers and just a sense of logic at times is just, I really did not like the fact that they were basically telling you to do this because you're the protagonist and you're playing as Clem. So since Clem is the protagonist, she has to go do this. They immediately go for Clem. I was like, what the fuck? You're gonna put this little girl in this situation, and where anybody else could have done it. Now, certain points I can understand, but everywhere else, the fuck. Now, I don't know what TellTale was really going for right there. Like it's like they wanted to do like certain points, but it's like they really couldn't switch the protagonist's point of view, and it would have been a bit difficult. Like controlling like another character that somebody we haven't really played at all, or somebody we haven't known for long. It would be kind of weird. Like, people would have definitely got a trigger that we weren't playing as Clem a bit anymore. So people were like, wow. Sorry about I was getting off topic right there. But TellTale Games, personally, I love their company. I love their games. Okay, I own Minecraft Story Mode, and it's on my fucking shelf. Because I thought the game was amazing. I own season 1 of The Walking Dead. I own The Walking Dead season 2. I own The Wolf Among Us. I own episode 1 of Batman. I own episode 1 of Game of Thrones. Their games are awesome, and I really want to get a new frontier out here because I'm excited for it. Okay, I really want to play it because it's Walking Dead and it's TellTale. But what I really want to talk about is the future of TellTale games and what they're really gonna do next. Like recently they worked on The Walking Dead New Frontier. They just finished that. They're currently making the Guardians of the Galaxy video game. I think episode 2 or 3 are coming out soon. I think episode 3. I think. And by the way, Guardians of the Galaxy video game, TellTale, after watching the very first movie of Guardians of the Galaxy just recently, you guys are getting my money again. Okay, I'm getting Guardians of the Galaxy when I get the chance. Why would I prefer that over The Walking Dead New Frontier? That's gonna be hard, TellTale, you fuckers. Oh Oh my god, man! Like they're working on IPs that people love, man. Damn. But what I really what I'm really curious about is um what games are they going to be working on next, and how will people react to them? And here are perfect examples. Um, I'm kind of curious if they're going to get their hands on on franchises that are really popular nowadays, and they can definitely pull off the art style in 3D form, 3D gaming form, and put them into like actual game and actually make it look good and make it work. Um, One I actually want to see is a Dragon Ball Z game. Okay, people are like, "Yo, the fuck you talking about?" They're not gonna get their hands on Dragon Ball Z. Um, Now, if it's Dragon Ball Super, I don't know how the hell they're gonna do that though, because Dragon Ball Super, like nowadays people are still gonna get some called, like when there's Dragon Ball Z on it, people are gonna get it because Dragon Ball Z is the shit. It's been the shit for like anime wise for years. So anything Dragon Ball Z on it, people are gonna get it because Z and Super are completely different. Um, which I'm really wondering how they will go with a Dragon Ball Z game. Um, which more likely they're gonna go like the Minecraft story mode route where it's gonna be where you choose like a character model of a male or female, and you go with that character. And I really would like that. I would like that personally, but they would, but it's, you know, if they added a bit on that'd be great. Like I do think they should improve on like the character choosing thing. Like they started out with Minecraft story mode, so why not do it with Dragon Ball Z? Like it would make a lot of sense, really, if we're going with like our own character, you know. Um, and since Dragon Ball Z universe is really popular, I really don't know why not. Another game. Now another series I think they could work on, but I'm not really sure. And it's somewhat similar to The Walking Dead. I really don't want it to be just like The Walking Dead. But I do want it to be, you know, different. Because that's what the series is really known for. It's different. And I would be pretty interested because if you've known this game since the first game's release, and the second one, and the alternate game that is that in an alternate, and a game that is basically an alternate universe of the second one, you know damn well it'd be interesting to see on how TellTale would handle it. And I'm talking about Dead Rising. Dead Rising is, again, I don't want it to be just like The Walking Dead. I really don't, because they're both two completely different, you know, games. The Walking Dead takes place in a post-apocalyptic world. In Dead Rising, you're basically in a just straight up zombie infested areas, so it really hasn't taken over the world yet. Like there's a one where you're basically in a fucking town, like a certain part of a city. And Dead Rising 3, you're in a fucking entire city infested with zombies. Dead Rising 4 is literally the same thing. But instead of like, you know, just in the mall in Willamette, which is what the first game is known for, you're literally outside that mall and gets to, you know, get to like see this entire world, like the parts of Willamette we never really got to see in the first game, like we did see like certain parts, but yada 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 yada. But Dead Rising, I think it'll be interesting on how Telltale could handle that, because you know, like the whole rescue the survivors thing, right? And the psychopaths. I wonder how the hell they're gonna do that. Um, I would say like psychopaths are like a middle thing. Like put in some iconic uh put in some iconic psychopaths and put them in like in between like somewhat like put them like right in the middle of the episode, like let's say like your character and or like your character, which we don't even know who the hell we're gonna be playing as if Dead Rising does become a game, or like you know the main protagonist and somebody else with you, or just you all alone basically, and you just don't pause the psychopath and you actually get to get to see like how you would deal with it. Like again, like you have to kill him, like beat him so he'll basically commit suicide, or like or like just kill him outright. And I feel like that should come into play to certain characters if some actually you know with you or something like that. You know, like and the rescuing the survivors thing, like that's something I would like to see how they would do that on the whole on how they're gonna do that. Like let's say like if there's a survivor that needs to be rescued, you can actually choose whether or not to say this character or not. Now these characters will probably not be involved basically not as much as like you think, because you know again this is Telltale games, okay? This isn't fucking BioWare or what's the company? Supermassive Games. Okay, I was looking at the case for Until Dawn, because like at least in Until Dawn, when you save a character, they still get involved somewhat, and they at least have like some dialogue, at least you know, and get down like their own ending of their own. Like Telltale ain't no super massive games when it comes to Until Dawn, and they ain't you know BioWare. Like they ain't. They're but they're slowly improving, and we can all see that. But yeah, I'm kind of curious on what you know what Telltale would do if they did Dead Rising. Now I don't want it to be just like The Walking Dead, because Dead Rising is it's a completely different series, and I really would love if like like when you create a weapon in Dead Rising 2, Dead Rising 3, and Dead Rising 4, you can actually create weapons. I'm very curious if they're gonna bring from Minecraft story mode to like Dead Rising, if they actually make a Dead Rising game and just implement that on which of these weapons would you want to go for. And I think it'd be really interesting, you know. Another franchise. Again, this franchise is actually one of my favorites. I really would love it if they actually got their hands on this game, on this series, and that is Resident Evil. Back up for a second. Resident Evil is a series I've loved for a long time, and Resident Evil I think it'd be perfect for Telltale to do as like a horror type series. Like, I know the more story driven and everything, but I would love it if they pull like some sort of that Game of Thrones game, because I've heard that so many characters die in the Game of Thrones game, which I'm like and like optional deaths too. I'm like sitting here like yo, like if they pull some shit like that into like the Resident Evil game, because of how mature the Resident Evil games are, I can see them doing that. And now Resident Evil, I love it. I would love to see Telltale work on it. Like I would love it to see like if they bring in like not only bring in newer characters and but also bring back old characters. Like I feel like that'd be amazing. Like not only like at least put in a character or two that are famous in the series. Like let's say Leon or Claire or somebody. I would prefer Jill to make it because we haven't seen her in like in the current timeline. She hasn't been really doing much since after the events of Resident Evil 5. So where the hell is she at? And put in Jill. Like I feel like Jill and Evie's. Even though like I feel like Jill really has gone the spotlight a lot, but I feel like just recently like they haven't been really she hasn't been really getting a lot because like Revelations is a recent title, but that was before Resident Evil 5. So again, I'm really curious on what's going on with her right now. Um, so I think that'd be really cool. Um, but yeah, Resident Evil. I feel like that Resident Evil. I feel like it does. I feel like if Telltale got their hands on the Resident Evil license, I think it'd be really good. I have high hopes for that. Um, and Telltale is known for like their maturity, and in games like The Wolf Among Us and and The Walking Dead. I've seen some of that in the new Batman game. I've seen that I've seen that in episode 1 of Game of Thrones, like their episode 1 of Game of Thrones. I know what they can do. And so if they're gonna take it like that, they ain't holding back, man. But now here's another series I feel like I would personally love it if they did this, okay? Because we haven't had like anything like this series in such a long time. Fullmetal Alchemist. Now I know all things must come to an end, and Fullmetal Alchemist 2003 and Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood are literally my favorite animes of all time. Like literally, like both of them combined, my favorite anime. And like anything Fullmetal Alchemist is like my favorite anime. Like, because how can you just? I know I'm such a fanboy about this, but Fullmetal Alchemist, I feel like we haven't really got anything Fullmetal Alchemist in like such a long time since like the what was it, that Fullmetal Alchemist movie. Then there was the Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, and there was the manga. Like I'm pretty sure the manga and the Brotherhood anime ended right around the same time. So yeah, and I'm just like, damn. And like I know we haven't got Fullmetal Alchemist related stuff in years, but I would love it if Telltale somehow got their hands on the Fullmetal Alchemist license. Okay, that would make that would make my dream come true. Like I would love to play, like I don't know, like let's say somebody teaming up with Edward Elric or playing as Edward Elric himself, you know, and going through like an adventure, like making all these choices with Edward Elric, and transmute things like I want to transmute that Telltale's gonna give me the choice to. And Fullmetal Alchemist is pretty mature. Like it's a mature shonen. It has blood. It has characters have died, and I'm talking about like sometimes like some really fucked up deaths. I'm not even kidding. At times, and it's such an amazing series. Hell, story-wise, it's fucking amazing. So I would love it if Telltale somehow got their hands on Fullmetal Alchemist, just to make a game out of it. If they do somehow, Telltale, instantly get my money, instantly getting the season pass, okay? Because that's how much I love Fullmetal Alchemist. Okay, that's one of my favorite series of all time. Like literally, like one of my favorite franchises of all time, along with Mass Effect, Dragon Ball Z. Well, at least the Dragon Ball franchise in general. Like it's an amazing franchise. Uh, Star Wars, like again, I would love it if they somehow got their hands on Fullmetal Alchemist. That would make my dream come true. Another game I really want to talk about is something that people have been kind of wondering for a while, and I would love it. Okay, Star Wars. So much you can do with Star Wars. In a 5-episode series, there's so much TellTale can deal with it. Okay, Star Wars has expanded upon the universe in books, in games, in different different movies. Like there was Rogue One, which takes place before episode 4. Like there was the Star Wars: The Clone Wars movie that came out, which is basically how the series really started with, and expands on the Clone Wars in general that we never really got in the movies. What really happened in those times, and it's just such an awesome franchise as a whole. Like I would love it if Star Wars somewhere took place in the Galactic Civil War. Taking place along with, like, let's say if TellTale decided to begin it at right in between episodes 4 and 5, and somewhat continue that to all the way to the very ending of the series, and have these characters non-canonly but somewhat involved in the destruction of the Empire. Like you'll get in scenes that are very iconic to the original trilogy, which, by the way, I would love, to be honest. Like I don't know how TellTale would do that, but it'd be interesting. Or just put in an entirely different war somewhere in the outer rim somewhere. Like there's a small civil war going down, or and certain characters show up. Like there's so much that they can do. So many things have been expanded upon in Star Wars that I think TellTale would love to do, because they love creating new things in the same universe. They love pulling shit like that. Star Wars, I would love it if they worked on that. Definitely worked on that. Bleach, yeah. Bleach is dead. Okay, the Bleach franchise is basically dead. I know we still got Brave Souls, and I know we got the live action movie, which from the teaser recently of the new Bleach movie, looking pretty dope. Like I'm actually kind of hyped for it, but I'm not getting my expectations all the way up. But who knows? The Bleach live action movie might do well. Like who knows? But Bleach, I would love it if TellTale got their hands on it, because let's be honest here. Shonen Jump has no fucking clue what to do with the license anymore, so they would probably be glad to give it away somehow. Like I wouldn't be surprised, because they weren't really fond of Kubo when the manga was coming to an end. So they somehow got their hands on Bleach. I would love it if it takes place like in between the Fullbring and the 1,000-Year Blood War. Like that would be really cool. Like the 1,000-Year Blood War, like in between the 1,000-Year Blood War and the Fullbring arc. I think that would do like a lot of good things, because we would see like how Ichigo has gotten used to these new powers he's got, because his power has been mixed with Fullbring. So yeah, and like that'd be an interesting concept of how Ichigo is kind of handling that, because he just got his powers back. Maybe taking place after the series, like after the manga ending. Like maybe we'll follow Kazui when he's still a little kid, or we're playing as Ichigo again, like making all these decisions and still giving someone a personality that kind of lacked. But I'm just saying, okay, and um, but again, wherever that they would take a Bleach game in between, I would still love it. And Bleach as a series, I really want to like them to come back. And the thing is, we need more Bleach games. Like we need more Bleach games. Like it's a major franchise, but it doesn't really have like a lot of games. Like there's Bleach Soul Resurrection, there's Bleach Shattered Blade, which I actually got on my shelf. It's a pretty kick-ass game by the way. It's a good Bleach fighting game. I really like that. There's Bleach Heat Soul, Bleach Dark Souls. I'm not even kidding when I said Bleach Dark Souls. That is legit the game. That's legit the name of that game. Um, and if Telltale got their hands on Bleach and made a game based on the anime, Telltale, like based on the anime, the manga, Telltale, you got my money, okay? And I know Telltale would somehow get it right because, again, they know their shit when it comes to like certain franchises, and they just know what they're doing a lot. There are times where they're like, what the hell are you doing with this character? Where the hell are we gonna be going with this? They are like that sometimes. I'm gonna be honest, but I'd be really interested if they did that. Those are the games I feel like. This is basically what I think Telltale's gonna be doing. This is like my personal opinion on like what games I think Telltale's gonna be working on, and basically the future of Telltale games. I feel like that they could potentially work on these franchises. Like they are known for doing during their own interactive stories from different IPs, which is great. Um, Again, this is just games. I feel like Telltale would love to get their hands on, somewhat. Um, who knows? If these actually do become a thing. Shout outs to Telltale. Okay, okay. Again, this is just me talking about Telltale and what games they're probably gonna do in the future. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like the video if y'all enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to see more. Comment below what y'all think. And if y'all new to the channel, y'all want to see more, sure subscribe for more. And again, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see y'all next time. Survivor out.